I knew something was wrong. As a as a mom, I knew something was wrong. I knew he was hurt, but I didn't know how severely he was hurt. And when I saw Andrew get off the bus without him, I knew. Around 3 o'clock, I received a phone call from a girl named Christy, who I still don't know who Christy is. But she asked for Jason, and I told her he wasn't there, and she started crying, and I said, what's the matter? And she said, his head's been blown off. Well, naturally, I dropped the phone. My husband pulled up in the driveway about then, and he said there was a lot of police and ambulance and stuff on the road, and we were just trying to figure out what was going on with the phone call and the ambulances. And then one of the ladies down the street called and told me to go in and start watching the TV, Channel 5, or keep channel surfing, and that's when we found out to go to Yuba Gardens. And 8.5 hours later, they came and took me into another room. So when they told us that he was gone, it was just like my whole world exploded. And as you can see, 20 years later, it's still fresh. I miss him every day. I talk about him a lot. To me, if I talk about him, he's not gone. I mean, I don't really want to recover, because Jason is a big part of my life. Well, the last 20 years for me have been just like the last 20 minutes for a lot of people, because some days it just goes and you just go on with your life, and then something will remind you, and it just all comes right back again. I think when we all went through the trials in Napa and Houston was found guilty of all counts and put into death row, I think the community as a whole was starting to heal. But as 20 years goes down the road and he's still sitting on death row, and now they're talking about taking death row away, he took my son's ability to write me a letter or to kiss me on the cheek or give me a hug away from me, while he is still living, breathing, writing, and even has a request on the internet for a pen pal. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think that if we don't talk about the shooting 20 years later, 20 years from now, it's still going to be happening. Sometime, somewhere in the world, somebody has to watch this and say enough is enough. I think I moved back to Yuba County because of my family. This is my family. My biological family is back home and I miss them dearly. But this is the family I went through trauma with. I think the community came together. We all got a lot closer than we were before. We were strangers before, but we got to be family. There were more people that I met that day at Yuba Gardens than I think I would have met in a lifetime.